woman of words, and she's going to deliver a very useful talk about an issue that affects a lot of ladies of a certain age. Not me, of course. It's still yonks away from me. But I shall listen and perhaps pick up a few tips for much later in my own life. The talk is entitled Mindfulness for the Menopausal, and it's being presented by the truly marvellous Jane Pugh.
I've reached that age now, and I must say that I'm really enjoying the menopause. It's great. It's a bit like being a character in Game of Thrones, you know. Hence the leather jacket tonight. Yeah. You get to, like, grab people, shout at people, snap at people, chop off their heads, and smell. But I want to be perfect. I thought, you know, you're 52 now, Jane. Have a crack. Have a go at being perfect. And so I listened to Woman's Hour. Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. And there was this great woman on there, and she's in her 50s, and she's one of those women who are poised. She's a poised woman in I can't remember her name because I can't remember anything anymore. So we'll just call her Poised Woman in her 50s. And she's written this book about mindfulness. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm going to do that. Page 1, it says breathe. Yeah. Spent £18 on that book. Yeah, she's got a lovely house in Surrey now, for stating the obvious. Alright, so I'll breathe. And she's keeping a careful eye on me, okay? She's like my mindfulness guru. She first of all, she sets me this task. She says, you've got to cook an ottolenghi recipe from scratch. Yeah. Anyone know who ottolenghi is? Do you know? Do you? Yeah. He makes these beautiful recipe books, and it's got his dishes are lovely, and he's really perfect. You know, he's got great skin. He's married to this lovely chap. They've got this lovely house, great. And his recipes include ingredients like pecorino. Anyone know what pecorino is? You big swats. Show-offs. It's cheese. No. I get those slices from Lidl. Wrong? It says young pecorino. You've got to get young pecorino. Mm-hmm. Also in the ingredients are, got to write this on my hand, maclube. Maclube? Do you know what maclube is? Do you? No? No, you don't. No, nobody knows that. Got you. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. Also, I need to get Zata, which sounds like an ageing belly dancer from Blackpool. So I can't get that in Penzance on a Wednesday. So I get in my car and I do a 50-mile round trip to, what's the posh shop called up in Truro? Waitrose, yeah, Waitrose. And I'm exhausted by the time I get there, and I think perfection is still out of my grasp. But aisle 3, yeah, I find true happiness. I mean, forget climbing mountains in Peru, forget the Taj Mahal. No. I'm in Waitrose and Truro. Yeah. Yes! And there's sugar-free muesli that's been specially air-dried by imported air from the Alps. My life is complete. I'm really happy. My life is complete. So poised woman in her 50s, who's written this book and been on Woman's House, she's still keeping an eye on me. She's like, well done, nice one. But, you know, my needs are beginning to flare up again. Don't know if any menopausal women agree that your needs tend to start to build. And I'm desperate for a lot of things, actually. We could be here all night, so I'll keep it short. Human contact. Yeah, human contact. Need physical contact. And I go up to London with a friend, and we decide to go and have a look at the Tate Modern extension. Because we're at that time in our lives where we like extensions, you know, especially if they're double glazed. So we go, oh, we'll go and have a look at the Tate extension, yeah. Actually, they made a massive hoo-ha about that. It was all over the press, and it's like, well, 90% of middle-class Britain's got an extension. What? I got a garage. Whatevers. So anyway, we're outside the Tate, and there's this lovely girl, lovely young woman, and she says, would you like a free hug? And it's this thing, it sort of started off in India, and, you know, everyone went mad for it for about 5 minutes, and I said, oh yes, that'd be super lovely. And so she gave me a hug, and I wrapped my arms around her like that, like that. And she started to squirm, so I kind of gripped on a bit tighter with my legs. Yeah. And my friend's trying to pull me off. It's like that. And then I go like that. And now a small crowd's gathering, pulling up. And finally the girl hits me in the arm, and she goes, get off me, you freak! And I'm like, well, who's tense now? Not me. I'm not tense. I'm perfectly relaxed. Desperate for sex as well. This has come up year on year. Yeah, desperate for sex. I pray to God, please can I have some sex? Is there only so much I can do, Jane? I'm on a schedule. It comes up at work, under any other business. So I say to my boss, could we have sex in the car park? Hatchback? Yeah. And he's all for continuing professional development. Yeah. And so we have sex on his spreadsheet, and I do very well that year, get a 1% pay rise. Alrighty, thank you. Mad about Tom Hardy, the actor, you know, the one with the shoulders. Did anyone see that he did a CBeebies thing? He read out a children's story on CBeebies. Yeah, you looked at it too, didn't you? Yeah, I did, you know. About 20 million young mums all had an orgasm on the spot. Caused a Twitter meltdown. Caused me to melt down, actually, but I've got to say, if Tom was in my bedroom, he'd have a hard job putting me to sleep, I must say. He'd have to shoot me with an elephant gun. And you can forget the bedtime story, Tom. I'm so over the moomins. No. And I'm also lesbian every day. Yeah, turned lesbian. Every day, I'm lesbian. Gonna be lesbian. And there's this great girl, really nice woman, in Sports Direct, and she's got like hipster tattoos. Got such a crush on her, like that. And I said, can we go on a date? Like that? Can we? And maybe we could go to the circus. Can we go to the circus? And then later, I'll be in my pants and I'll do some fire breathing. Like that. Like fire breathing, and you're... Oh, sorry, Steve. Sorry. See, that was impressive, wasn't it? She liked that. No, she didn't like that. She kind of gave me a hard stare like this. I'll go, shall I? I'll go. Can we be Facebook friends? No. So I go back the next week. I try again. And she says, look, I'm sorry, you're just too old for me. What? I am not too old. And she says, do you listen to the Archers? No, I have never listened to the Archers. And she says, Clary's been killed off. And then she says, are you old enough to remember Soap on a Rope? No, never heard of it. Actually, I love Soap on a Rope. I wish they'd bring it back. There's been loads of things that have come back, and I wait year on year, please bring back Soap on a Rope. It hasn't happened yet, but I lied to this girl. I said, no, of course not. I've never heard of it. God, it was weird in the 70s, no. And she says, do you watch Call the Midwife? And I say, yeah, actually, I do. Because it's nuns and nurses, and we can play dress up. We're having drinks on Thursday, yeah. Meanwhile, poised woman in her 50s, who's been on Woman's Hour, has written a book on mindfulness. She's saying, what about your diet, Jane? What about your diet? Eating. I've got this terrible appetite now, and I can't stop eating, and eating isn't mindful. No, it's not mindful. Well, actually, it is if you eat really slowly, okay? Now, my great friend Stacey eats very mindfully. She's great. If you go out for dinner with Stacey, take your pyjamas. You're in for the long haul. You can see the second ice age coming. Don't bother ordering dessert. The chef's retired by the time you order dessert. But I'm not like that. I'm eating my noodles. Like this. I love noodles. I like this. That's me eating. And my mum's just told me she's had an 18-hour operation to have her feet swapped, and I'm still eating. And my sister has actually been on a bear hunt with her kids and been mauled by a bear at time. And they say, Jane, are you listening? I go, jelly? Jelly, can I have jelly? I don't care, because I just want to eat noodles all day. And poised woman, you get the drift, has been on Woman's Hour, got the book, can count Michelle Obama as one of her friends, says, no, this isn't, no. Have you got to chapter 3, Jane? And it's all about pensions. Have you got a pension? I go, yes, yeah, here it is. Here's my pension, yeah. And she says like that, no. And I think, well, actually, fair enough. Because everybody's richer than me. My niece and nephews are richer than me. Yeah, they are. They tell me, well, I got £200 from Nana, and I got £800 from Daddy, and I've saved up my pocket money since I was born, so I've got 100 grand in my piggy bank, and it's tax-free because I'm only 8. I like that. Oh. So now poised woman who's in her 50s, who's managed to stay a size 10 her entire adult life. Yeah, I think I was a size 10 for about 4 hours in the nightclub in Stoke-on-Trent in about 1982. And she's like, you know what, Jane, this aim for perfection just is not working. I think, oh God, okay. Okay, I tell you what, as it's International Women's Day Cabaret, can we just celebrate women's faults? You know, our flaws. Can we just embrace it? Yeah! Have you got one of those exercise bikes that you never use and you just keep your washing on? Yeah? Yeah, you have, haven't you? Yeah. Absolutely. And my friend Tori, she's got a bad habit. She always likes to sing along to songs, which is a lovely thing, only she always changes the words. So, for example, if she's singing the Beatles, she'll go, we all live in a midnight blue submarine, or tomorrow, or my dream, oh no, it doesn't quite work, or Heathcliff, it's me, a catty, a come home. Doesn't quite work, does it? And I've got several bad habits, believe it or not, and I walk into my living room and I find my brother crying. My brother Mark's crying his eyes out. like that. Oh, Marky, love, what's wrong? What is it? Why won't you read the instructions for your television? And I say, it's all right, Mark. Just breathe in through the nose. Thank you very much, everyone.
Very informative. I shall wait for those things to happen in lots of years' time.